This is a piece called Drinking with Nuns, and that's really the title. It's just my sneaky way of trying to get people to look at this. I just want to say something nice about nuns. I didn't grow up Catholic, so I didn't really know any nuns until I was in junior high. And the reason I knew some nuns was because my mom got a job teaching in a Catholic school, and my mom liked nuns, and so sometimes nuns would come over to our house. Um, My mom did not like priests. She thought priests were lazy bums and they were egotistical, and according to her, they made the nuns wait on them hand and foot like slaves. And my mom did not like that. But and I don't know if that's fair, because to this day, I still don't know very many priests. So maybe priests are way better than my mom ever thought. But I do know nuns. I know a lot of nuns. And I just want to say some nice stuff about nuns. I feel like I'm living at the end of the nuns. Like the age of the nuns is coming to an end, at least here in this country, the United States. Um, some entire orders of nuns are gone now, and almost all the nuns I know are old. Many of them are 70s and 80s, and a lot of the nuns I know have already died. The young women, at least in our country, don't seem to want to become nuns. And I remember when I was a kid, there were a lot of elm trees all over the Midwest, these great big elm trees, and then they started dying. And by the time I was in high school, all the elm trees were gone. And sometimes I feel that in my lifetime, um, all the nuns will die. Or I'm sure that can't really be true. I'm sure there will always be some nuns in the United States, but I think there will be a whole lot less. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad to think about that. When I got hired by a Catholic college, and where there were a lot of nuns, and it was run by nuns, and God bless them. I remember though, when I got my job, I replaced a nun named Sister Barbara, and I had to teach British literature, and I found this difficult. Students, oh my God, Chaucer, Hamlet, and Paradise Lost. Oh God, I can't read this stuff. And I would call up Sister Barbara. I think she was in Milwaukee. I'd call her up long distance, and I'd tell her my troubles, and she would advise me. She always gave me excellent advice about how I should love students. That was basically the heart of her advice. Every single phone call, maybe you should, try to love them, And I don't know if any normal people think that's good teaching advice. Love the students, but that was what I learned from Sister Barbara, and I have attempted to carry that out ever since. There was a nun I know, a biologist named Sister Mary Murphy, and she got some kind of horrible disease, cancer, and it killed her. And she was so noble and stoic. While dying, sometimes I would have lunch. She was dying, and I would have lunch with Sister Mary. And she would just want to talk about me and my problems. She didn't want to say anything about chemotherapy or just what's going on. Did I know any good stories that I could tell her? And after she died, I used to pray to her. At least in some of the nuns, they were kind of superstitious, and they would think whenever someone in their order would die, that person would be close to God, close to the angels, and so and still care enough about living people that you could pray to them. And when I got depressed and lonely for many years, I would pray to Sister Mary. And I don't know, maybe I feel funny about all that because I don't really believe in all that stuff. But I always said gave me a good feeling just to think that somehow Sister Mary was still around, and I could talk to her. I was hired by nuns, Sister Pat, Sister Sarah. I think a lot that I learned about teaching and working with other professors, I learned from them. And I don't have any particular story to tell. I just want to say that I've spent thousands and thousands of hours with nuns. I've gotten drunk with nuns. I've dined out with nuns. I've been bawled out by nuns. I've been inspired by nuns. Sister Pat is, in my opinion, the greatest hugger in the world. If I see her, that's really the first thing in my mind. Please give me a hug. Give me one of those hugs. I believe to be hugged by this particular nun called Sister Pat is one of the great, wonderful things that can happen to a person. Um, All things considered, I love nuns. And I believe they have made the world a better place, a richer place. When I think about all those schools run by nuns, all those hospitals, working for the nuns work for almost nothing, and millions of people got educated because of nuns and got health care because of nuns. And when I think about how nuns are sort of passing from the scene, it makes me sad. I am sure that I am a better person because I got to spend so much time in the company of nuns. God bless them, everyone.